Goons. The fuck you know about stock picks, baby? How's everybody doing? Welcome to the stream. We got another night to chop it up, baby. BBIG was the play of the day. I felt good about it. I made some money. BBIG was looking good. We slapped on a bunch of shit. You know what it is. It's stock picks. Let's run it. Now we need to be careful. I think the markets are down right now. We're going to talk about that in our market overview. I think I'm smelling some dip buying opportunity coming soon. Let me know your thoughts. We're going to give it a minute. Some people hop in here. Get all ready, baby. Get your notebooks out, man, if you want to take some notes. Goons, Mozilla, what up, Goon Squad? Romeo speeding on the way here. Don't die. That'd be good, brother. We live, baby. Fitness Journals here. Fitness Journals here, baby. Look at this G-Wagon just flossing through the streets. Man, I love G-Wagons now, especially since they have like doubled in value. I've always loved them, but now I love them even more. But now it's fucking annoying too. Blow. What up, goons? Chop it up, Chris. Pork chop is here, baby. We live. Goons. Alright. So about the market. Check out SPY, man. We're still ripping on SPY here in this channel. I mean, just full send. Now here's where I'm getting excited, guys. You guys notice that SPY, every time it approaches that support, alright, we tend to bounce. So these are some good signs we're seeing. I think SPY is getting near. Bless me. I think SPY is getting near a discount. Okay. So as we approach that support, I don't know. I'm a firm believer. Just fundamentally, I think the SPY is going to go to the 500s before we see any kind of market crash. Now, I think it's at a steal right now. I'm actually bullish on SPY calls right now. I'm not seeing confirmation of a bounce yet. I might see a little more of a dip down to 450, but I think 450 is a strong hold. I think it's a strong level. Be careful. A little bit inadvertent head and shoulders possibly here too, which is not good. That would probably send us pretty far down. But the main reason why I want to highlight the markets is because they're all down today. All right, SPY's down almost 2%, NASDAQ 2.5%. No surprise there with this, especially the NASDAQ, and we'll talk about that. And the Dow Jones is down as well. And the reason why these are down is mostly because of inflation. So on last night's stream, guys, what did we say about the bond? Remember how scared I was last night? I think the bonds are right here. I was like, oh shit, tomorrow's not looking good at all. Okay, and this is why. This is the culprit right here. Okay, the 10-year bond. So make sure we're paying attention to this. And the 10-year bond actually looks bullish. Okay, it's breaking out of an ascending triangle, so that is not good. Market crash coming? Yeah. Is it coming soon? I don't think so. I'm still not convinced. I think the bond's getting a little extended too. Wouldn't surprise me if we see a little bit of a fundamental pullback on the treasury yield. I still think SPY gets to 500s. I'm bullish on SPY. SPY calls I'm looking to probably grab here soon. I will tell you when and if. Okay. If you guys are in the options. Those are really the only options I trade on. I do a lot of options. So there's your market overview. Again, I think the market's fine. I wouldn't be surprised if we see maybe another red day, some downside down to around that 450 psychological level. But I'm still bullish on the SPY. Okay. Irving, Goons, Justin, Goons, SPY calls. Yeah, you watching those? Yeah, let's take a look at some SPY calls here. I'll pull Thinkorswim, and we'll take a look at some SPY calls here. What questions do you guys have? I want some activity in these streams, guys. We're giving out free memberships, or we're on the lookout to give them. Okay, we're going to be scoping out some fairly active members in each stream who's been regularly attending, who's been regularly calling out the fucking goons, who's been regularly asking the hard questions, giving the answers in the chat. Sorry, guys, I'm fixing my mic. Just those who have been highly active will get rewarded, and we do take notice of that. Okay, I'm actually tracking it, so let me switch streams here. Okay, so right now I have the options chain pulled up for SPY. I'm gonna show you guys how to do this on Thinkorswim here. There's a lot to options. I'm not gonna overwhelm you with this stream. We can learn a little bit about them, but you know, it's a whole lesson in its own. We will have a stream dedicated to options. Okay, I don't know how soon. We'll probably cover it on a Wednesday. Okay, as usual. But if you want to look at the options here, you know, typically I'm under charts at least. Here's a SPY. If you want to take a look at the options chains, you come up here to go to trade. And here's all your options. Now, the way options work is they're contracts. So you'll see little dates here. Each date just means when those contracts expire. So if you click that open, here's where it's just going to get confusing for a lot of you. Basically, the way option works is like you're betting on a price that's going to hit in like the future. And that can be in the upward or downward direction. And since you're taking the risk on betting that price hitting, you get the stock at a discounted price. You get the stock like really cheap. It's called a premium. So like, for example, there's stocks that are worth like, you know, hundreds of dollars a share, and you can get them for like $5 instead. It's crazy. So I usually buy them in lots of 100. So like, for example, on this SPY call, let me see here. So SPY's trading at like, let's say I want to buy a SPY call right now. There's a couple things you can do. So let's go to the daily chart here. So the price right now is at $456.49. That's the closed. So if I want to buy an option, like right now, this very second, there's a couple things you can do. You can buy an option that's like in the money, which means it's like at this price or lower. You can buy one that's out of the money, so you can say like, hey, I bet SPY is gonna hit like $460. Like it can be that close, right? It's only $4 away. So if I'm bullish on SPY bouncing, I can say, hey, I think by, you know, 2 weeks from now, I think SPY can move up $4. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the options chain, see if there's a contract that's 2 weeks out, which would be about February 1st. So it's February 2nd calls right here. And what do we say? 460. So you go down here and I say I want this out of the money call for SPY. I think it's gonna hit $460 by February 22nd. And for that, I get SPY at a what price would I get it at? So instead of SPY costing $456 a share, it's gonna cost me $5.78 a share. You see how big of a difference that is? And you're buying 100 of these at a time, right? So one SPY call would be $578 in this case, and the reward would be sick if it hits 460, especially if it hits it fast. But there's a lot to options, guys. It looks complicated. It's pretty straightforward. There's just a lot of there's a couple different values you have to understand versus like a normal stock. You just have to understand like the bid and ask price and like maybe the volume. But with options, you have Greek values is what they're called, and options are based on like volatility as well. So they're just a little bit different. Okay, we'll get into options eventually here. Just stay tuned. We're definitely planning for it. But yeah, options is just like the reason why people like options is because you get things at a premium. Like I said, like I'm getting SPY calls. I'm getting one share of SPY for $5.78 instead of $456. Okay, and you have to buy a minimum of 100 shares at a time. But still, dude, you're getting $45,000 worth of SPY for the price of $500. You know, comparatively, if you own it straight up. Okay, but again, there's a lot of risk with that, and it's not that straightforward. Okay, but anyways, I think SPY bounces. I think we're good. Okay, so there's kind of our market overview. I want to talk about BBIG today. I'm gonna start with the first chart. Yeah, so BBIG. Yeah, I was watching this pre-market. And the reason why I knew this was gonna go today, it's just too easy. Okay, look at this thing, guys. This fucking thing. Look how bullshit it is. This is what it looks like pre-market. I mean, look at this, guys. Strong uptrend. I think at the trend line there, or it's moved a little bit. I mean, this thing is just a ripper. Okay, and we're getting near a dip. A little bit of a bull flag as well. Possible inverse head and shoulders pattern. Okay, so BBIG, you know, you see something like this, it's just been non-stop ripping. That's a good sign. Let me show you what gave me more conviction though, right? What I always say is zoom out, right? I think I had a trend line right, I think it was right there. So when we broke out of that trend line, we broke out of it, retested it, and kept launching, I was like, this thing's going. Because we're breaking out right now, right? So we're breaking out of the big picture. There's a ton of momentum, and this is a very heavily shorted stock. So this thing gamma squeezes all the time. I've made some good money on BBIG in the past when gamma squeezed back here. But that's part of having experience. So you notice those, you remember these stocks like BBIG, they always come back alive someday. And when they do come back alive, you can remember like, oh, hey, I remember last time this came alive, it ripped like a motherfucker. So I know my tolerance on it. I know I can play harder on it when it does do that. But I mean, look at this. I mean, this thing is just going, man. Just straight line. Okay. And you draw it in perfectly. You can see the ascending channel. All right, it's there. So there was one of our hot plays today. Okay, on BBIG. Just a straight send. What questions do you guys have? Run it. Let's get it. How to set up volume on your chart the way you have it, please. I've been trying to set it up like that today. I can't find out how. Yeah, so you go. So I can't show you on the stream because for some reason it won't pop up boxes, but all you gotta do is click this gear up here and click chart settings. And then in the bottom right corner of the chart, of this box that pops up in the bottom right corner, you're gonna see overlap volume. You just click that and then click apply. That's all you gotta do. BBIG's been a multi-day runner. How would you determine if it keeps running for more days? Because it has been. Is there any technical analysis to find multi-day runners? It's kind of a broad question. Is there any technical analysis to find? No, you just have to study you just have to know the personality of the stock. Right? That's where charting comes in. You know, you have to go back in the past and see what it's done in the past. You can see in the past it's ran for multiple days, like multiple times, right? It ran for like a week straight here, ran for a week straight there. So there's something called personality of stocks, and that's a real thing. And that's why when you guys put in the chart time, you will see that every stock has its own personality. So I know the personality of stock. I've traded it a bunch. I've studied it a bunch for months. I've always had BBIG on my watch list, like almost all the time, or I've always kept an eye on it because I know it can do this when it does it. So then when it starts to do it, you know, that's how I know. But we need to be careful at these prices. This valuation is extremely high. BBIG's it's so overbought right now. It's at a fucking 89.74 on the RSI indicator, and that's on the 4-hour chart. So I think BBIG will collapse or pull back, or at least correct. I think it'll correct pretty hard here. It's on a straight moonshot right now. I don't think there's a lot left in it, but you never know. Knowing BBIG, it does gamma squeeze, so this could fucking go to like $10. We'll see what it wants to do. Okay. SBEV spiked up towards market close. Possible play tomorrow. Yeah, maybe. I can see it forming maybe a little bit of a triangle here. Not the cleanest looking triangle. I like the higher lows. So it's picking up a little bit of structure here. What to think of this thing, man? It's a little cooked. Yeah, I think so. I mean, the thing is, it seems to only really had like one big impulse. I think this thing could actually keep going. It looks pretty fucking wild. I think it could, yeah. I don't know if it's a play for tomorrow, but I could definitely see it waking back up. That's not a triangle, guys. I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm just drawing in lines. But I do like the structure we're starting to see right here. So we have a resistance here at about $3.30 when you keep our eyes on. On a steady uptrend like BBIG, would be more likely to swing it or day trade it. I'd always day trade it. I wouldn't swing something like that. I don't swing anything. Not right now. Market's not in my favor, you know, so I don't want to swing trade anything if the market's choppy, because that means my trade can fucking go south on me at any moment. Plus, it's a penny stock. You don't want to hold penny stocks. Just remember, guys, at the end of the day, these are penny stocks, okay? So you don't want to hold them. You got to remember, they don't have any real strong fundamentals half the time. So they're just like these shitty fucking companies, or these like bio companies. Yeah, it really looks good. Big ascending triangle still sitting in it. There's no such thing as a good person. There's no such thing as good or bad. It just means that it has one, I guess. Yeah, I don't rate it by good or bad. It just, if it's holding uptrend, and it's just trending right now. Looks good. I think it's in a big ascending triangle. Like I said, maybe that's more up here now. Yeah, I might buy some rally, man. This shit looks good. Fuck, I better. Yeah, I've been bullish on rally for a minute. Thing's just a monster. Let me see if it's a buy right now. Fuck. I don't know if I buy it quite yet. I'd wait a little bit. I'd wait for some more confirmation. It's selling off pretty aggressively. No problem. Decent sized dip. See it up trending, forming a triangle. Yes. Was watching BBI go today. It was nuts watching it. Hell yeah. What questions do you guys have? Do I remember the first stock I ever bought? No, I don't. Sorry. Yeah, I just don't remember. It might have been like Apple or something a long time ago. I'm not sure. It's a good question. BBI looks interesting. This company's been around for a while. We're about the same age. It's got a lot of lift right now. A little bit of a bull flag or something forming too. Maybe falling wedge. I like it. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna add it. Am I feeling better? A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. I've just been so busy. Moving a lot of shit around and shit. It's been crazy busy. well, once we get more stable here, we got better candidates again, and we'll get the streams going earlier. I'm gonna put out a poll tonight. Please vote on that. I'm gonna spit out some time range, and you guys just reply with the emoji. So be sure to check out the announcement page in the Discord, and we'll run it, baby. What are the main confluences you look for? So far, I've gathered buy dips, candlestick patterns, RSI divergence, RSI. Yeah, that's pretty much that's a lot of it. There's not a lot of main ones. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are a lot of the. Yeah, that's pretty much all of them. Waiting for confirmation. So like, waiting for the price to like. Let me see here. See if I can find an example. So I wait for like a bounce. So when I wait for a bounce, I'll wait for like 2 candlesticks, right? So go watch the stream from yesterday, and you'll see what I mean. Like as I was walking the dog, I kept saying like, hey, we need to wait for confirmation or something, right? We need to wait for a sign telling us that it's time to buy, right? Like if I go to like let me see if I can find an example. I'll switch screens here in a second and show you. All right, so like confirmation just means like what's confirming to me, right, that the price is bouncing, or what's giving me a good signal that it's bouncing. So like right here, right, SPY selling right now. It looks like it's at a bottom pretty much, right? Hold a little bit of a trend line here maybe. Is this a buy? I don't know, guys, you tell me. Would you guys buy this? Why not? Is this confirmation? And if it's not confirmation, tell me why it's not confirmation. Shit. All right, would you buy this one? If it's okay, would you buy this one? Tell me, be honest. Would you buy that candle? It's really low. RSI is crazy low right now. Is this confirmation to you? If it's not, what is confirmation to you? Let me know in that chat, baby. All right, Vladimir says this isn't confirmation because it looks like it's going to keep dipping and there's no candlestick pattern, okay? Blue Aster says I'd wait for a candle in my direction with a reversal candle before it, right? So you're starting to see confirmation, and everyone has their own definition, but what's giving you confirmation? What's giving you confidence that the price is very likely bouncing? Doesn't mean it's confirmation that it's going to bounce. It never is that. That's the stock market. What's confirmation mean to you? Does it mean you're seeing a candlestick pattern form at a support level, like a reversal candlestick pattern? Are you seeing a lot of green candles in succession? You know, Zach, right? Zach's confirmation or form of confluence is waiting for a MACD to cross, right? Everybody has their own confluence, right? It might be a MACD crossover. It might be hitting a level on the RSI. It might be a reversal candlestick pattern. There's so many different things. It could be a moving average crossover. It could be a bounce off a moving average on top of a bounce off a supply and demand level, which is your support and resistance. It could be a bounce off bottom, middle, or top VWAP. It could be a lot of different things, okay? Romeo says, I'd wait for it to bounce off and keep the support level. Okay, so that's kind of what it means, right? Confirmation, you know, you can see everybody has a different answer, and all these answers are right. Okay, they're all right. Everybody has their own kind of right. Jimmy's waiting for bullish candlestick patterns, weak selling pressure, but can still fall. Absolutely right. So let's move this over a little bit. Let's see where we're at now. Right, so something like that a buy, right? Is this confirmation? Okay, let me know in the chat. I'm gonna wait for I'm not gonna wait too long for answers on this one, because those have been in the last few live streams. You know, we've seen something like this before, and we always had kind of an idea of how to approach this. Now I think a lot of you are getting more well equipped. Is this a buy? Tell me why it's a buy. What do you like about it? RSI, kind of like that confluence as well. Ah, shit. Kind of like that confluence as well on the RSI. Okay. But I'm just going to tell you the answer, okay? To me, this is a 50-50, right? To me, it's pretty much a buy. I would start positioning into here. Why is that? Again, confluences, right? Low RSI, bullish candlestick pattern. We have this bounce off the support line here. We're selling off, so, you know, supply and demand. All right. I'd buy right here. And that's the short answer. To me, this is confirmation. Now, confirmation. To me, this is a weak form of confirmation. This isn't true confirmation. True confirmation for me is if I had like one more green candle to follow, or a little more, you know, juice to it, right? Right. So that's not confirmation yet. And boom, right? So that's why I would position into here slowly, but not heavy. I would buy this. I'm not gonna lie. And look, I lost on this trade, and that's fine. I could say that. But I would buy some of this right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would. I'd buy a little bit, depending on some other factors, right? I don't know if this exact very instance I would, but a quick glance, I would have bought some of this right here. Tight stop loss. And if I'm wrong, we're on the next play. Okay. But if I had like one more green candle pop up, let's say right above it, like right here, that would be more confirmation for me. And then I'd definitely take a position, not really hesitate as much. Okay. When stock finds a ground that we consider a buy, it depends. It depends on the type of trade you are. I like to buy dips, so for me, yes. I buy because the green candle engulfs the red previous candle. RSI is low, yes. Personally, my risk level is pretty strict, so I'd wait for another green candle. Yeah, see, everybody's different. I trade more aggressively, and that's okay. You can already see everybody has their own trading style, right? Like I said, I would have positioned a little bit here. Some people said they didn't. Now, in actuality, I would need a little more confluence. Okay, I was just saying that off the top of the dome. But it is what it is. I took a small position. Bullish engulfing Morning Star. Where are you seeing the Morning Star at? Morning Star. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you. Okay, yeah. I recall you saying to not foreseeing a pattern in a chart. You recommend to just move on to the next stock or no? Yeah, because and try to don't force a pattern because it could exercise bad habits. Now, if you see something, if you see something, you think it's kind of forcing or it's kind of forming that pattern. Try to leave it in a little bit, because sometimes you'd be surprised. It may start to develop into what you thought you saw, and that might help you out. The ways to determine if a stock will run overnight, so you can purchase it before stock market closes. No, there is not. Absolutely not. More than 20%. Yeah, I mean, you can, but you have to know. You'd have to do a lot of DD and know the catalyst. So there's a way that you can, but I just don't like to prefer that, because if the stock market determines if that stock's gonna move, okay, like let's say there's a really good catalyst and we know at market open this thing's gonna launch, or at pre-market open, like we need to follow. I mean, you can try to get there beforehand, but I prefer to follow what's happening. Because if I try to get ahead of it, sometimes it's not always that favorable, especially in the market we're in now. Because you'll notice, like, for example, there's a lot of good companies that get really good news, and it doesn't do shit for the company. And you have companies that get like barely any news, and the company goes up 80%. Okay, so that's why I try not to play that. I'm not saying it can't work. I know people that have success doing it. I just, to me, especially in the market conditions, nah, right now, I don't prefer to do that, okay? Right, any questions? Run it, run it.
Just space.
AMC has me worried, but from the past, we see that when the SPY is down, AMC follows. Yes. So SPY starts going up to previous highs, AMC will follow. Yeah. Yeah, likely. Yeah. All right. If they follow each other, they're gonna follow each other, and that's why I don't bag hold. I'm not gonna say I told you so. That's not. You don't deserve that. You didn't know where stock's going. I didn't either. But I just want to reiterate the point. I was making a week or two ago. I'm more bullish on AMC. I personally have shares of AMC, but we can't get caught up in this like to the moon philosophy and shit, because if it's not going to the moon, it's not gonna go to the moon. Now, I still think it will. I don't know when, but in the meantime, I'm just gonna chill until it does. I'd rather because we'll know when it's gonna start going to the moon, dude. We'll know when we start hitting 50s and 60s again. We'll know when the shit's getting ready to go. Like in the meantime, dude, with these market conditions, SPYs everywhere, shit's going crazy. I just really try not to hold stuff because like I don't want it to keep grinding down. I've been saying this since AMC was like $28, and now it's like $18. But that's why, and I'm not rubbing it in. I'm not saying I was right or anything like that. I'm just telling you why that was my thought process, because of a situation like this that could have happened. AMC could be trading in 30s right now. I didn't know where the fuck it was going. I just knew from a high level that the markets were so uneasy that I just wasn't vibing it. I was just like, you know what, like, I think AMC will still rip one day, but I don't think it'll rip 2 day, right? So, but yeah, I think SPY, again, I'm bullish on SPY. I really am. I want to get some SPY calls, and I'll let you guys know when I run it. I think SPY is fine, my dude. I think AMC is going to bounce. That's just my opinion. Not financial advice. I study the markets. I understand a lot of what moves the markets. I've been watching the markets for years, so I personally have experienced its movements in and out, and the diversity it has. And I think SPY again wouldn't surprise me if you get to 450, sure, okay, but I still think SPY hits 500s before we see a market crash. Okay, I think there's just a lot of chop right now, and we're just waiting for some settlement with the inflation going on. All right, so hopefully that helps. Is there any reason that you prefer penny stocks? Yeah, because they're easier to trade, actually. They're easier to trade technically, and I like blue chips a lot too. I just don't trade them that often. They offer bigger return, more risk, more reward. I'm just an aggressive trader, right? You don't have to be an aggressive trader. That's just why I prefer them. I'm an aggressive trader. I want big reward quickly, and with that offers, again, volatility, aggression. You have to have very good work ethic and strict discipline, because as fast as you can make money, you can lose it just as fast. So that's kind of the trade-off, right? More risk, more reward, baby. I've been swinging. You can actually buy a lot more shares trading bigger companies. Penny stocks don't have that many shares. You've been swinging or Berkshire Hathaway. Yeah, Berkshire is that the real estate ETF? Or is this their financial one? Yeah, this thing is ripping, dude. Easy call losses, yeah. For sure. It looks good. I like the stock. Yeah, Berkshire Hathaway B. Is that finance or realty? Or do you remember what it is? curious.
That's where the energy is coming from. It's coming from the soul. They ain't got no.
Unless I'm wrong on both.
Crazy, son. Yo, what do you mean there's a spirit? What do you mean there's a soul?
Gang, gang, gang. All right, guys. Well, we have a whole lot of questions here. 36, 35 years. If we have too many more questions, I think we'll wrap it up. Just wanted to kind of touch base with you guys. Really wanted to talk about the market. So, if you didn't miss the beginning of the stream, please go back and rewatch it. We covered the markets in detail, what's affecting the markets, what's the future look like technically and historically, and yeah, hopefully that helped you out, guys. Again, we will be in Discord channel all the time to take your questions, and be on the lookout for that poll tonight, guys. I'm going to send out a poll or a survey. Please answer it, respond with the emojis. We're trying to get a better time slot that fits everybody's needs for these live streams, try to get things flowing a little bit better. So let's eat tomorrow. Yes, sir. Thanks for the overview. Always helpful. Yeah, man. Anytime, brother. That's why we're here, baby. We love it. We love it when you love it. Let's run it. Gang. Star Pigs. All right, guys. Let's have a good night. Get some sleep. Let's have a greater day tomorrow. I'll see you soon, baby. Peace.